Europe has been sovereign for 20 years. You talk about since 1945. From 1945 to 1991, Europe was occupied. And the decision of war and peace was made in Washington and Moscow. It's only been since 1991, when both the Soviet Union fell and Maastricht was signed, that we've had the European Union. It is an experiment. This is like the United States in 1800. So you are having your first crisis. But the reality of Europe is that you're not like the United States, a brand new country. You're 2,000 years old. And the nation state remains the most important thing. And the nation state has now reemerged. The Greeks protect the Greeks, the Spaniards Spain, the Germans Germany. So I think that the traditional model of Europe, of nation states, of states competing and allying and so on, is emerging already. Now, that does not mean World War III. Europe is not what it once was, the dominant power in the world. But still, I would argue that the traditional model of Europe has not been abolished. Germany is the world's third largest exporter. Europe is competitive. Some parts of Europe have to be made competitive and finding it difficult to become competitive within the structure of the EU. That's the crisis. But from an economic point of view, Europe is clearly competitive, but that's not the issue. Nation states are not simply economic entities. They're moral and military and have many dimensions. The Europeans have sliced off one piece of the problem, Europe, and pushed defense and common moral ground off and hoped that this would work. Well, as an American, I'm confident in Europe solving its economic problems, but you're our allies. What is your military commitment to the alliance? It's called NATO. And when we talk about Europe, we forget Europe is not just the EU, it's NATO. And it's not just European countries, it's the United States and Turkey as well.